With a name like the Moose Dice Game, I thought it was going to be so good! Dang it! Let's talk about it.
What does that even mean, Bauer's Game Corner?
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another game review, and today I'm very excited to check out the Moose Dice Game, or as the rule booklet would call it, the Moose Spotting Game. So either one of those games. This is from Kaplow Games, who makes a bunch of these little tiny tube dice games, which I bought some of them off Amazon. By the way, if you're interested in this game, you can check it out on the Amazon link down below. Probably wouldn't recommend that, though. And in the Moose Dice Game, I don't know what to tell you about the player count or the time length of the age. They don't tell you in the rules or on the dice, so I'd recommend probably 2 to 8 players. Granted, you can play this with an unlimited number of players. There'd be a lot of downtime in between. People probably get really bored. But it's that style of game, so I'd say around 2 to 8 players probably is what they'd say on there. Ages 3+, really for comprehension-wise. As long as you're not worried about your kids choking on dice and putting them into their mouth, they can pretty much understand the game because it's a stupidly dirt simple game. So, in the Moose Spotting Game, what's going to happen is first thing, everyone's going to roll one of these dice. And these are the only components in the game. All you get are rules, that little tiny rule pamphlet, and then 5 of these dice. And the big quirk with these dice is instead of being just normal D6 dice, one of the sides has a moose. Oh my gosh, hence Moose Spotting Game. So everyone's going to roll the dice, and whoever gets the highest roll is going to go first. By the way, the moose represents a 1, I do believe. They don't say that in the rules, but it replaces the 1. So take that for what you will. But whoever eventually ends up having the highest number by themselves is going to go first, and they're going to roll all 5 of the dice. That's what you're going to do at the beginning of every single turn. It's very simple. Just roll all 5 of the dice. If you happen to get no moose, so let's just say you get all the pips. You get a 4, 5, 2, 2, 2. That's your roll. Well, haha, your turn is over. Pass the dice to the player on the left because it goes clockwise around the table, and your turn's up. Yeah, super fun. I know, but that's the not fun turn. Let's talk about the fun turn. On a fun turn, you'll get at least 1 moose. Now, you're going to get points for those moose. So if you have 1 moose, you'll get 1 point. If you have 2 moose, I believe you'll get 3 points. All the way up, if you happen to get super lucky and get 5 moose on the dice, you're going to get 10 points. However, you can take those points, or you can say, I'm going to press my luck. And this is pretty much the one decision you get in the game, which is, after looking at your die roll, if at least you have 1 moose, then you can press your luck. And take all the dice. You have to reroll all the dice. You can't save any. And you're hoping to get more moose. If you get more moose, you're like, yeah, I made a great decision. And if you get no moose, then everyone laughs at you and says, ha ha. And then you pass the dice to the left because your turn is over. And that's it. Like, you write down the score, and you keep going until someone reaches 20 points. Once they reach 20 points, it doesn't just end the game immediately, which I do like. I'll talk about that in the pros. But then it makes it so that everyone has the same number of turns. So, let's say player number 2 in a 4-player game got 20 points, then player number 1 wouldn't get a turn, player number 3 and player number 4 get 1 last turn. And I do like that element. Let's move into the pros and cons. We're going to see full gameplay. It's up here, how to play. Do that up there as well. Granted, that's pretty much that's all the rules of the game. So, first on the pro side, I do like that one gamery rule they added there where the game just doesn't end immediately, because then that makes it so you really have a fun scenario where it's like, I'm going to try and get 5 moose, and I'm going to press my luck no matter what. But the press your luck in this isn't that fun. But this is the pros. We're on the pros. Focus on the pros. High player count. You can play this. You can play this with any number of players, really. It feels like a bar game, kind of. I can see this easily being a bar game and a children's game, and that's about it. But those are pros. I'm saving those for this is the pros. Yeah. So if you're looking for a really, really simple game for very, very young children, as long as you're not worried about them choking on the dice, this fits that bill. It's very simple. Press your luck. That being said, there's a lot of other better press your luck games, so don't take that to heart too much. It's also a party game, super simple to learn and super simple to teach. Those are 2 very nice things. It's portable, comes in the tube. You can slide it in your pocket, which I'm a big fan of. And I actually want to make a tube game now. I think that'd be interesting. What if you could fit a Euro game in here? Can I fit a Euro game in a tube? All right. That's all I got on the pros. Moving on to the cons. It's not a particularly fun game. Like, nobody in my family liked it at all. 6-year-old, 9-year-old, 34, 36-year-old, 36, 38. Oh my gosh, 2 years have passed. That's the thing. It's like the only decision you ever get is, do you want to press your luck? And most of the time, that's not a hard decision. It's like, all right, I got one moose. It's 1 point. I don't care. I'm not going to do that 20 times. And then you roll again. Because most of the time, you don't get 2 moose. I mean, just statistical probability. Sometimes it'll happen. Sometimes you get 2. So one time, I even got 3. It was amazing. But when my wife, who I love, and doesn't play many games anymore, is talking about how she would have designed the game after the game because it's not that great, that tells me that it's not a particularly great game. Because the idea that she had is like, yeah, I think that's a better idea. Like, I feel like anyone who plays this could probably house rule this and come up with a more fun design. And I think really the big issue is just the press your luck aspect isn't that fun. It just feels deterministic. Do I have 1 moose? Like, you can just look at like an NFL coach. Like, look at the charts. Like, all right, let's see. What do we got? We got 1 moose. Well, this is no brainer. Every single situation, unless we have 19, it says we go for it. Okay, cool. It says we're gonna press our luck. Cool. All right. Whoa, this. Oh, let's check it again. Oh, I got 2 moose. Well, 2 moose. Consult your score. Are you down or are you up? If you're up, 3 points is magnificent. If you're down, then 3 points isn't going to be enough to really. Like, it's just the decisions are easy to make, and it's not fun, and it's not interesting, and it's just not a good game. I don't think most people are going to think. And the reason why it's not a good game is because it was not the first game ever invented. If this were the first game ever invented, and I'm sure there were probably very simple dice games similar to this way back, this was a banger. We go back to the 1812s, hot diggity dog, slapping Bauer's best seal on moose dice, or whatever the hell the name of the game is. But 2022, like, I can't, honestly, I look around and I see hundreds of games. I see 1,000 games. I have over 1,000 games down here. And I can't think of any game that I would be like, yeah, just moose spot. It's just not, it's the bare minimum of a game. The press your luck is not fun. I'm not a fan. I'm done talking about it. I'm going to give it a 4. And I'm trying to think if the 4 is good. Because in my rating scale, 7 good, 6 okay, 5 meh, 4 ugh, 3 bad. Just like flat bad. I don't think this is flat bad. I just think it's boring. Just boring and leaning towards bad because I just think it could be fun, and it's not fun. And so, yeah, I'm going to go with 4. But there you go. That's Moose Spotting Game or Moose the Dice Game. Whatever the hell you want to call it, I really don't care. If it looks like it might be a cup of tea, once again, check out that Amazon link. And if it doesn't look like it's going to be a cup of tea, check out that Amazon link anyway and buy something else. And I still get like a nickel because that's how that link works. But as always, and consider subscribing if you're new around here. I'm trying to reach 10,000 subscribers, celebrate my 10-year anniversary making YouTube content. Bye-bye. This video is brought to you by all of my amazing Patreon supporters, and I would love it if you would join their ranks and have your name immortalized in the end of many of my videos for the end of time. But consider for only $1 a month, and as always, thanks for stopping by.